Yeah, we've got a transmission coming in.
10-4.
Yeah, Brian, it's looking more and more like the Arizona Coyotes of the National Hockey League will be relocating to Utah next season.
Players and management has been told they are on their way. They will play next season in Salt Lake City.
The state is a sports state, which leads me to this.
Yes, it is. Welcome in live to the Delta Center. It is time to meet Utah's NHL franchise.
I'll answer it for him for the umpteenth time.
What?
That's right. Welcome back to the Puck Drop Podcast. I'm Cole, the NHL Music Man Chapman. I'm here with Destin Edgington, and we are here with a couple new guests. We have Alex Halloran off over here to my left-hand side, and Trevor Clegg. Both awesome hockey players.
Two beauties. Two freaking beauties right here.
Well, we're very excited to be here.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
No,
Thank you
literally. There's no two ways about it.
So let's just jump right into it. Alex, let's start with you because you're closer to me.
Okay.
Tell us about how you got into hockey. Tell us about your career, where it started, where you've been. Just give us the full spiel.
Okay, I'll try and keep it as brief as possible because it could be a 30-minute story.
Take your time.
Well, make it exciting. Though,
believe it or not, it all started at a show and tell in second grade. So my show and tell was a video of like my cats running around doing some weird stuff. This kid named Nate Hoffelmeyer, he rolls the TV out, puts in the VCR tape, and it was him playing hockey. And from that moment, I was immediately in love with the sport. I knew it was my thing. So
just straight shitty hockey from the get-go.
Yep, exactly right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Was lucky enough to play for a lot of competitive teams here in Utah. And at one point, I left to go to Minnesota, Shattuck St. Mary's. It was actually because of Trevor's older brother who convinced me and my parents to send me there. It was, interesting.
And I'm going to be honest with you. That was probably around the age of 14, I would assume.
13, yeah.
13, yeah. Where you actually go and... it's insane because that's where you start to develop scouts looking at you.
Yeah.
At 14.
We should also note though that part of Mighty Ducks was filmed at Shattuck St. Mary's, which made it even cooler.
Well,
great fact.
And for those that don't know, I mean, Sidney Crosby came out of there. Like Alex Halloran came out of there.
That's right.
Like
usually when you list people who have gone there, it's Sidney Crosby, then me immediately after.
Without a doubt.
Not David
and then
Taves,
Alex Halloran.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
So about 13 years old.
So 13.
So where did that take you?
That took me right back to Utah. A year later, I played for the Bantam team there, and it was an unbelievable team. We made it to the national championship game. We lost in double overtime to the St. Louis Junior Blues. It still stings a little bit. But
what position did you play?
I played right wing when I was there. So I bounced around. I played every position in my career. Ended up playing defense.
And for the youth, I love that because in all fairness, play every position.
Yeah. Agreed.
You're going to learn a lot.
You do. You learn a lot doing that. Definitely rounds your game out. So played there for a season, came back, played for the Regulators, I believe is the name of the team at the time, for a couple of years. And then, Trevor and that's where I came back and got to play with Trevor for a couple of years, which was great. Then after 4 years of midget AAA, I went to the BCHL. Played 2 years for the Cowichan Valley Capitals. It was an exciting time. I loved it. I learned a lot. I've really improved my game a lot. And then I was fortunate enough to get a Division I scholarship to the Air Force Academy, where I finished my career after 4 years. So
stud.
Hence the jersey.
Absolute beast.
I was just gonna say.
We're going to get some, absolute beast as well. And it's one of those things, too, where, in high school in Utah, hockey was absolute garbage. Let's be real.
It was my favorite, though.
I mean, I got a ring finally after he had left. So there's no two ways about it. I finally got a ring after you had left Juan Diego. So Thank you.
That your statement.
You guys deserved it, no doubt.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Cool.
4 years at Air Force, and then I tore my multiple ligaments in my knee so many times. It's basically held together with chewing gum and
Hopefully not that dust we just
glue. So hence,
Just unfortunate events, really.
It was, yeah.
Do you think it could have gone further after Air Force?
I do.
I'd like to think so.
If Destin believes it,
I
believe
do.
it.
I really
believe
do
it for sure.
Same
Yeah.
with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with Trev. 100%.
And I feel like a lot of hockey.
Two studs right here for sure.
And thank you for
Thank
the,
you.
the
Yeah.
compliments. I appreciate it. A lot of hockey, and I think a lot of life too, is really being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You can be the greatest player in the world, and sometimes you just get overlooked
Things
for whatever
happen.
reason it does.
Yeah.
But for young kids out there, don't let that discourage you. It's
part of life.
It is.
It's part
Work-
of life. It
work
is.
hard,
and,
yeah.
that falls into aspects of a lot of things in life.
Well, like
that's-
what we had mentioned, like hockey carries over to everyday life.
Absolutely.
Right.
And there's no family like hockey family.
Yeah.
And there's no two damn ways about that. So try to change my mind because it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think for
So Trevor,
my 2 cents,
yeah,
sorry.
Trevor.
I was gonna
No,
throw my
go
2
ahead.
cents real
Go
quick.
ahead.
if you
And
don't
then
mind.
let's hear from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like anybody that's joining hockey, I think the journey itself is love. You have to have passion for it. You have no idea if you're going to get injured. Maybe some of your best friends might get injured, and you think you're going to play in the same team together.
Yeah.
You have no idea where it's going to go. But following that journey can take you so many places. And then when the time's up, you can kind of feel it. And then you just transfer whatever you learned from being on the ice and teammates to kind of the rest of the world. So
Yep.
it's a special sport, though.
And I'm thankful to have known these two gentlemen right here and even yourself for a very, very long time.
I'm
I
thankful
mean,
to be meeting them today.
Well, and but
Seriously.
that's
We're glad we're here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. And then
Thanks for coming on.
Trev, what do you got for us?
Well, where do you want me to start?
Wherever
How'd you get
want.
involved? Let's hear it. Your
yes.
hockey journey.
Wherever you
my older brother played, went to Shattuck, played for Cornell and many other good teams. I was adopted about like a week old from Nashville, Tennessee. I started skating when I was 2, so 1992. Kind of fell in love with it from then on. Never stopped playing.
Yeah.
Got to meet a lot of great people. I guess I took a couple years off when I was younger because I was scared of the Zamboni. But I had this, I guess, irrational fear that the Zamboni would run me over. So
Yeah, nightmares at night. Like,
Fastest kid on the ice. Oh no! Yeah,
But I probably was like
dipping
Fears
out.
are what created
I
the
was probably
speed.
like 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember. But yeah, I kind of went up through the ropes, same as you. Played high school competitive because actually during a time if you played competitive in Salt Lake, you actually had to play for your local high school team.
Yes.
If I remember that correctly, which brought a lot of us together that didn't see each other on a competitive level.
Yeah.
Right.
So after playing, I think regulators, I left to. I was supposed to go to Canada. Actually, the team owner was some fraudulent schemer and stole $20,000 from my parents. So I ended up going to
That's crazy.
Medford, Oregon, playing for NORPAC. And,
See, and I got
juniors
scouted
there.
to go to global. Then after that, I was just kind of burnt out. I was like,
Yeah.
I went and tried out and had some offers, and things just didn't go the way that we would like them to go.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
Part
mean
of
you
the
give
sport.
up. That doesn't mean you give up.
No.
That's just
For
part of
those
the
watching.
It's part of the sport. You got to roll with the punches that the world gives. But so I ended up playing juniors in Oregon, which was great. Finished my senior year in a different state, which was really cool. Really cool experience. After that, went to Billings.
Oh yeah.
Didn't enjoy that as much.
Was that juniors?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Junior A.
Yeah, it wasn't as exciting in Billings. Oregon's a lot more fun because you're close to Eugene. So
Montana's kind of a.
it's great,
roughneck.
great state.
Yeah.
great state.
I love
Not
it.
so
but
much
it's-
fun for
well,
hockey.
age, you
it's a
probably don't
great state
appreciate
for
it.
taxes, but
I don't want people to think that we're
And car
talking bad about
registration.
Montana. By
oh,
any
I'm not
means,
at all.
but
Absolutely not. I'm
Hockey's
just
a lot
saying
more
that's-
fun near the coast. So.
Well, yeah, without a doubt.
So rolling in. So like the first time I ever talked to you, we kind of discussed a pretty amazing, incredible story that I almost couldn't believe. We were at my house. Destin's like, you got to talk to this guy, and I want you to tell that story. And let's.
Well, and before you dive into that, your older brother, and I can't remember his name, and it's Trevor.
Levi. Clark. Yeah.
Taught me how to skate one-footed, and if
That
it
was a
weren't
lot
for
of
him,
practices.
pissing me off, hauling ass. Excuse my language, kids, but leave it on the ice.
Yeah.
Just that never mind. But anyway, hauling ass. I wouldn't have been able to do what I did without him because I was always looking up to him like, damn it, he's killing me.
Yeah.
Dang it, I didn't have the opportunity to play with you. I played against you.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun either. So I'm going to tell you right now. Like,
he
I know for a
dapped you
fact.
up or what?
Oh, he mopped me up, dude.
We used to get into
sweet
it a little bit
sweeper.
in the corner.
Both of them. I didn't play against him.
No, we were
I
always
played
on the
with
same
him.
team.
So
Same team many years.
But at the end of the day, it's like I know there's two damn good hockey players sitting right next to me. So.
Well,
retired.
How you can tell, retired. How you can tell is Trevor and Destin were both great guys to have on your team, but a nightmare to play against.
Yeah.
And that's usually a
Well, and
good
I
sign.
still had fun.
Yeah.
It was just frustrating. We didn't fight. We never fought. But
I hated playing against him.
I was always
Not
trying
fun.
to give him that little sweep, push the back pad down and take his ass out because I couldn't keep up.
That would have been nice.
That would have been
Chop his ankles or something. Yeah.
Smack the top of the
Talent recognizes talent, and
Well,
you guys are like, damn, this kid's good.
family. Like I said, no family like hockey family. You're never going to that's not going away. You're never going to not hear that.
So Trevor, let's hear your
It's an
quick little story that I brought up. Yeah, it's very
interesting story, and I'll try to condense it, if you will. So, like I said, I was adopted week old when I born in Nashville, Tennessee. I met my birth mom when I was about 12, so it was like 2002. It was about 5 years ago now. She said that she had found my birth father because I didn't know who he was. She knew who he was, but it was back in the 89. There wasn't caller ID and cell phones and so forth. So, come to find out, he lives like just a few hours away from where my birth mom lives in Atlanta, which is very, very small world. Found out who he was. I'm not going to say his name. But the most interesting part was to find out who his father was, which would have been my grandfather, and his name was Willie O'Ree. And for those who don't know, Willie O'Ree was the first African-American to ever play in the NHL.
So he's like the Jackie Robinson of
Yes, he
the
was.
NHL
legend.
which is
so
crazy.
I haven't met
It
him.
makes so
I haven't
much
met him,
sense because
so-
he's so. It's just some of the
Natural born talent,
thing.
yeah.
It just
There's
rolls.
still an award named after him.
And that's
every year.
amazing.
I think I showed you a picture, and I think you had said, you were like, that's definitely your bloodline.
Yeah.
I think you were the one that, so very interesting how something your family does can correlate to what you end up doing without even having any prior knowledge of it. But the love for it,
irony, too. I mean, if there was a known or an unknown, but that's absolutely incredible.
But even
Incredible.
crazier, though, was my dad had found out that my birth father played kind of drop-in hockey men's league for like a travel team and played several competitions at Bountiful Ice Rink, or the Bubble,
No way.
as we used to call
I know.
it.
Yeah, the bubble.
Like
we all know
how
the
strange
bubble.
that is. It's wild to me, but once again, the sport's amazing, and I'm glad I get to share it with other people.
Well, and you have no idea how much unpacked you just unpacked, because that is incredible.
Well, you know what?
And so now I'm going to dive into irony. That's insane.
It is insane. I'm so
How
glad
do you
I made it
even
around
map
it.
that up? You know,
don't.
like you don't map that out. You don't map it
don't.
up. You can't. That's incredible.
But that's kind of,
and I love to hear
is.
that.
that's kind of why we started this, though, so we could hear these stories
Well, that's-
that aren't heard, right?
Absolutely.
Like we've got three
and
great
Alex
hockey
is being
players here.
conservative right now. I'm not trying to give too much out, but
and that's what I'm
like,
saying. Like his career was unfortunately ended by injuries, and that happens. And but we want to provide this outing for hockey players to come and talk and keep it in their lives in a sense. you
And
know?
like I say, like if you're on a team, whether you're rec, house, travel B, travel A, double A, triple A, NHL, for all those watching this, it doesn't matter. You're still a family.
No.
And then take care of each other, because you just don't understand the camaraderie, the effort, the passion, the things going on behind the scenes where you're working that nobody sees. That's where it elevates the game.
Well,
That's where it elevates your livelihood.
Yeah, the first step is getting out there, and it is. I mean, anyone can contest that. Even skating is hard for the first time, but let alone getting on a team where you don't know where you belong. It's a scary road, but once you're there, it's nothing but fun. So just try it.
So speaking of family, so Alex, you were kind of telling us a little bit about your brother earlier and where he's going with his career. Sounds like I mean, yeah, elaborate on that.
Could be a lot of
Sounds like he's
potential.
doing some pretty cool stuff, and I'm
is.
curious about it.
Great kid.
I'm so proud
Great
of
kid.
him. His name's Nick Halloran. I am incredibly proud of him. He is a superstar, and he's worked for everything that he's earned.
And that stems from Alex, so let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, I mean, we used to.
Alex probably beat the crap out
We
of him.
did, for sure. Yeah, I think that comes with the territory. You know, he would come out and
Right.
skate, and I was fortunate enough, you know, that my stepdad and my mom actually built us a small rink in our backyard. So
Which was awesome.
It
I
was
tried.
amazing.
That was a lot
you
of
know.
fun.
We didn't get a cold winter, but
I can't even imagine,
It's fun.
you know, how many hours or less hours I would have been on the ice and been able to practice and
that's
increase my skill set without that. So, and Nick was probably the biggest benefactor of having that. So he would come out and skate with kids 7, 10 years older than him, and that really accelerated his development. You know, right now he is playing in the Finnish Pro League. So the team he's on, Tappara, is head coached by Ricard Gromborg, another just world-class elite
Who was
coach.
our coach?
Who was our coach.
Yep.
So it's crazy.
And that's for the Renegades or the Regulators?
Regulators, yeah, how it
Yep.
all just
Yep.
comes full
Ricard.
circle. It's pretty wild.
Great
But,
coach. Great coach.
yeah, so my brother was, you know, two-time Hobie Baker finalist, which is the Heisman Trophy equivalent to college hockey.
Wow.
He just, last season, he led the playoffs in points, excuse me. He's just an excellent player.
So in regard, not Ricard, in regard, well, both of you, actually. Ricard, let's go. And on top of that, if the Utah Hockey Club is watching, which I know you're going to take a peek,
Yes.
take a look at his brother.
And Ricard.
Oh, and Ricard. But yeah, take a peek.
But yeah, that would
Take
be
a
amazing.
peek.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Studs.
I'm gonna go home and look up his highlight reels.
He's got some
Like,
pretty amazing ones.
I'm so
Yes.
invested at this point.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He probably combines
So is he?
both our play styles together and very well.
That's
He's an
actually-
awesome player to watch. So
It's
Way to
just
explain it.
well, some things you just can't teach. I mean, like it's just a
Passion.
situational
Passion you
awareness.
can't teach.
Yeah, and a
you have to
situational
love to be
awareness
out
of
there.
sorts. Yeah, without a doubt. And is he forward defense?
He's a forward.
I'll let you go on
So
that.
he's-
so.
Yeah, I mean, he's a magician on the ice. When he has it, everyone
Knows
hold your
something.
breath. Yeah, it's just excitement. And there's not a lot of players that when they get the puck, you know, they bring that level of excitement to the game. So also why I enjoy watching him.
And
So, like you said a little bit earlier, it's crazy how, like, no matter how good of a player you can be, if you're not there at the right place at the right time, or you know who you know or whatever. Me and Des are gonna do everything we can for your brother.
I love that.
I want success out of that.
Yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
And take that with a grain of salt. I don't know what we can do, but I'm gonna do everything. That
Nick,
we can.
I'm coming for you,
I
bud.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
I swing up harder than I swing down, dude. I promise.
Future hearing that.
No, I mean that. Like, and even you. Like, that's why I'm having conversations with the kids that I've grown up and loved the most. You know, and even Cole. Like, it's just one of those things where we're having fun, but we're moving, and we want to elevate everything that we can to hockey in Utah because it hasn't had any recognition of any sorts at all. So.
yeah, it's getting there though.
And
But
it's on its way, but like,
it takes podcasts like this to
It does.
kind of help amplify things.
Right.
So,
well, thank
yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
shout out Arc
That's
Studios again.
That's our goal, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I'm not.
And if it
as
weren't for
crazy
you
as
guys,
it sounds, like I'm not doing this.
we
I'm not-
wouldn't be here. So.
Yeah, and we're not doing this to become famous. We're not doing this for money. Like I genuinely care about the sport of hockey.
Absolutely.
Even though I've never played it in my life, but I genuinely care about it, and I want to do everything that I can to help the community.
Well, and
So,
he was the music man for the Grizzlies, and I'll
that's how I got.
I'll
that's
reiterate
how I
on
got,
that
okay,
as
yeah,
well.
That's how I got into hockey.
Like 6 years.
It's
you know?
interesting.
I fell in
Yeah.
love with hockey. I didn't know anything about the game on my first day on the job, and
just started like falling in love with it.
Yep.
And just
Yep.
yeah, it's
I
cool.
learned it, right? And I was like, wow, this sport is awesome. It's
Yes,
physical.
it is.
It's
It's a
intense.
fast sport.
It's
Well, let's be honest here. Like, you can take basketball, baseball. I've gone over this before, but
Yeah.
you can combine all sports and put it right on ice.
Mm-hmm.
And the hand-eye coordination, just the
True.
camaraderie again. The effort of everything falls right in the category. It's
does.
like and yeah, especially with our professions.
Because I played soccer for quite a few years competitively. And I was actually debating if I was going to continue playing soccer or hockey, but soccer actually made me probably as fast as I was, just due to the nature of the sport, which is very similar to hockey. But yeah, hockey ultimately took my, gave me the most joy and everything. But there's a lot of, I encourage all kids to try everything until you find what you love, because you'll know what you love when you step out there. And you really don't know right away just because your parents like it.
And I've got 2 nephews that are in all sports, but their favorite is hockey.
Well, and
they're 10, 11 years old. It's good for them to know, though.
Shout out Hockey Stops, because I've been getting hit up constantly now with how do I get fitted and how do I do this and what do I do to do this.
The new shop.
That's our shop, baby.
That's your shop. Cool. Okay.
No, it's not ours. Shut up.
It's your go-to.
But that's our sponsor.
Well, that's our sponsor.
Yeah.
But it might be the only
Hockey Stops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to Hockey Stops.
My man.
So to touch on, obviously we started this for a reason. The Utah Hockey Club coming to Utah. What are your thoughts on the new NHL team, and what are you looking forward to? And what do you hope it brings to Utah?
Did you guys get tickets?
You want to start?
Let's go.
You're like,
we're kind of going back and forth.
yeah.
We'll let Trevor go.
Yeah, so
Go for it.
I think that with having Golden Knights, it really showed for people out here how many fans, NHL fans there are.
Yeah.
That are,
and that became my team because I didn't have a team when I started getting into hockey.
So there's a lot of fans that were craving more, and so coming to Salt Lake was a pretty big shock for me, because I never would have imagined that growing up, and I don't know if many of you guys would. But I think it's good because it will help grow Utah hockey for any kids that feel like I can't play hockey in Utah because it's not big enough. I mean, we have several ice sheets here, like 5 within Salt Lake County.
Yeah.
So the opportunity's there.
Tacking up more now.
Yeah,
There's one in Garland going up. I'm gonna give you a little insider on that. I mean, the one in Sandy, private investor up in
they're doing one in Sandy?
Park City.
They're doing Southtown Mall.
And you know what? Like
Southtown
if
They just bought them.
there's gonna be Garland's Tremont.
Yeah.
So
So
way
the
up
mall's
north.
not going to be there anyway. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Keep going.
So for me, I think for kids that want to get into it, or parents that are maybe more on the fence, they're like, well, we got to move you to Canada. That's not necessarily the case. There's plenty of good hockey here, and the NHL coming here is just another way to prove it.
Yeah.
And I'm a little envious. That was my lifelong dream.
Yeah, and you didn't get to grow up with it.
Well, if not,
You did,
at
but
least
you
play
didn't.
for it.
Yeah.
Bring a team to Salt Lake,
Right.
in some capacity when I made $500 million or $1 billion or whatever you need to do that. But I am incredibly grateful. I think it's going to be awesome for the community.
And we need
really
to get
not much
back on
else
the
to say,
ice.
but yeah, we
so
do.
I'm going to be
I
honest
do.
with you. I'm going to call you out right now.
Make sure you're asking the question I told you.
Which one?
How long has it been since you sharpened your skates last?
Yeah. I was going to wait on that one, but
So the last time I was
he's
on
like less than a
ice,
half cut. So
I used to go half inch, if I remember correctly. It was a hollow, but
yep.
the last time I was on the ice, and it hurts my soul a little bit to say this, was my last college game where I tore my MCL for the 5th time. So
Do we just beat him up now or what?
just
No, he's fragile. He's fragile.
Well, I'm not going to kick him in the knee.
just up top, I'm pretty resilient. Just lower body.
But no, I mean, you're more than welcome. You're invited, and I'm throwing it out there. It's free. We have a men's league that we travel.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you
brought
need to
this up.
situate this up.
We need to get you back on the ice, buddy.
Yep.
I need to hit up
You
my
got to
hockey
start
fans
keeping
And
those
I want
things
to be
moving.
there to witness it.
Yeah.
Tuesday. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I'm happy to do
It's free.
like a water boy type thing on the bench.
Shut up.
As far as committing to
Trev,
skating all the time,
are you
I can't
serious
do that.
right now?
I mean, he'll even get ice in the bottles if needed. I mean, we can do great things off the ice.
Cool. That's what I was getting to. We need coaches. So just teasing. I'll beat both your asses. You're coming out and
Can
playing.
I coach from like a computer?
Like Zoom?
Yeah.
Like a Zoom call?
Like a Zoom coach?
No, you can't.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, if this podcast grows to be what I truly think it can,
You mean when?
When?
Yeah.
Thank you. I gotta manifest. I gotta
He hates that word.
Manifest?
Manifest destiny.
So no, but seriously, I want to be a part of. I want to build an ice sheet. this podcast.
Well, it starts in the backyard.
Yeah,
It does.
So,
or even like
whatever you know, he's a builder. Let's talk to him.
That's true.
We'll get enough context.
You got a lot of old wood and stuff. We
or-
could do something with.
Or even like an outdoor summertime rink. You know,
Pretty hard in Utah though.
Don't they have
amazing?
Milk
if
Creek-
you pulled
Milk
that
Creek
off.
has-
It can be
one, but-
upwards of like, I've already looked into it. It can be upwards of like, I think it was like 75, maybe 85 max. I'm not trying, don't quote me on that, to where you can actually have an outdoor rink with the cooling system.
No,
underneath.
I'm talking about the fake ice.
Oh,
I see.
year round.
Stuff that,
yeah.
Oh, I was like,
it's something.
we're
Yeah,
investing
it
into
does
some
run
serious.
Well, no, it's something, right? And it's
Well,
if we can
better
provide
than
for-
nothing.
We're just
Right,
generating
yeah.
a ton of business for hockey stops if you put up one of those sheets.
That's
Which would be
facts.
Synthetic ice.
Oh,
Yeah,
without a
I
doubt.
mean, it's a thing now. Like where
It
they, I keep seeing videos of it.
Well,
They
and
have
like-
one in Colorado.
We were doing that in Okanagan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, they'd make us
Well,
sit for like 5 hours, and then your skates would be dull before you had to
Well,
go onto your game, and it was. But
Yeah.
the synthetic ice is fun.
We'll have a sharpener
So that's
on
the
hand.
last time. That's the last time. Well, then don't. I mean, then I'm not trying to shout nothing out, but those little self-at-home sharpeners, tread lightly.
Yeah.
Go to your local
Go to Hobby
Use it
shop.
with your own risk.
Yeah.
Use it at your own risk.
At your own
So
risk, because that's not a good cut.
We're running short on
It
time here.
Totally
so
blew my blade out.
I gotta know, how long do you think before Utah Hockey Club is in the playoffs? Both of you.
You go first.
I'm gonna go. They're
I've
gonna make
already-
it first season.
Yeah.
I mean, with the
Yeah.
support that they're gonna have
Yeah.
and the energy that building is gonna be producing, they're
Yep.
gonna make it first season.
Ask me again after I watch like the first few games.
Yeah.
Hey, we need,
I hate to speculate.
we need pre-season predictions.
I don't do predictions. I just watch.
See, and I said 3 years for a Stanley Cup, but that was even being bold.
Because even if they don't
Like,
do great, you still have to support
but they're
them.
a
It's
young
local
team.
So
I do
yeah.
think you need
Yeah.
a team name, an official name, before you win a cup.
Facts.
True.
I mean, what if they won it? What if they
You're
won
gonna
it this
come
year
in.
though?
Well, no. In all fairness, you're gonna come in as a soccer team name and then come out and win a cup.
That would be hilarious.
Soccer team.
That would be
That's exactly
hilarious.
what it is.
You know, club. I'm sorry, but that's
I
no
thought Utah
offense.
Hockey Club was. When I heard the name, I thought it was like a new team name that's for everybody, like a new rec league. I didn't think it'd be the professionals, but hockey is for everybody.
Yeah.
It
so
is.
maybe
And
they're
I-
making it all inclusive.
Thank you for saying hockey is for everybody because it absolutely is. And honestly, with now having what we have in place coming to Utah, it's going to be for everyone. They're going to have like gear to give out and all this other stuff. So
It's gonna be great.
stay tuned with all of
So
it.
we're out of time, but seriously, Trevor, Alex, thank you for
Gentlemen.
coming. We're gonna have you back on, and
so.
and you know what?
Oh, without a doubt.
We're gonna get both of you guys back on the ice.
Oh, without a doubt.
I still skate every now and then.
All right, that's good. That's good.
I just go
Well,
tire
I need you
myself
guys
out.
to all teach me.
I got you.
Anytime.
So
Without
thanks
a
for
doubt.
coming on. Seriously, it's been awesome, and we're
It's our
looking forward
pleasure.
to
Our pleasure. Thank you.
everything.
Hey, love you,
You guys are
gents.
amazing.
This
Love you.
episode, again, this episode is brought to you by Hockey Stops. Make sure you check them out. They're in Ogden.
Stops.
Corey will hook you up with
Oh, without a
skates, sticks.
I know you got a couple
repairs.
He'll hook you up.
Yeah, kids. That's a great place to get your kids involved and started in the hockey community. So, thank you again. This has been episode, I don't know, 7. This is a running joke too. I don't know what
I'll
episode.
bet you a
we're
Buffalo
on.
nickel. It's probably like 6 or 7.
But thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the preseason.
Slow clap. Slow clap.